Okay, what we're doing today is we're playing with the GoPro. We start off cheap, went with a GoPro camera instead of a nice production camera. And we're playing with
that was my idea.
We're playing with the interview process, see how it looks, see how it sounds, and the lighting and all that kind of stuff, and what we're going to be doing here in the next couple months.
In case y'all didn't know, I'm Julie. He's Paul.
Yeah, right. And this might not make YouTube. We're just playing with it. If it looks good enough, we'll put it up. But we only have one trial deal on YouTube now. It's me cooking up some bacon and eggs just to see what it looked like and learn how to put it on YouTube. So we'll look at this and see what it looks like in a couple of days, see if we can put it up there. Okay.
The subject today is
a little bit of everything. What we're not going to do on YouTube, speaking of YouTube, but what we're not going to do is how-to videos. There are a million of them, and they have been doing it for a long time, and we haven't been doing it for a long time. I've learned from all of those. I don't think anybody can learn any better from us, so we're not gonna show you any how-to videos, you know, how to empty out the black tanks and all that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do is our day-to-day traveling, living. Might have several minutes of us just sitting around drinking our Coke and coffee, or in the mornings, Julie might shoot some video of me cooking up something on the Blackstone, but it's not going to be how to cook something up on the Blackstone. It's going to be our day-to-day lives and where we're staying for the week or the day, and where we're planning on going the next week, stuff like that. So that's all we're going to do. We're going to do it mainly so we can let our friends and family know what we're doing without having to send out a lot of emails. We'll just send them links, or they can subscribe and like and all that kind of stuff on the YouTube page. And what?
I was going to say subscribe.
Yeah.
Just because mainly we've been doing everything on Facebook.
Yeah. Seeing
our grandkids and stuff like that. So this way we're shooting pictures to them and letting them know how our travels are going and how we are, and not only us, but we also have 2 dogs that will be traveling with us.
Yeah. So where we're at today is we've got 90% of the house ready to sell. We're going to sell the home, sell our sticks and bricks, as everybody calls it in the industry. We're going to sell our sticks and bricks, and with the proceeds, we're going to buy an RV. With that said, we don't know how much we're going to get for the home. We know what we're going to ask, but of course, we're not going to spend all of that money on the RV, so the RV really depends on what we get for the home. What we've got to do on the house, we feel, to get the best price that won't cost us that much more money, would be to finish out the other 3 bedrooms. The master bedroom is already finished. One of the other 3 bedrooms is painted, so we have to paint the other 2 and carpet or floor all 3 and remove the old carpeting. Once that's done, pack up, move out, get a apartment for a couple months while it's up for sale. Hopefully it sells quick.
And hopefully have multiple buyers, and that way we get more money.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And anyway, that's that in a nutshell. Next is the RV. We don't know what we want. I've been looking, I've been bouncing it off Julie, and she says, whatever the hell you want, go ahead and do it. I trust you.
Except for the bedroom has to be east and west.
Yeah, the bed has to be east-west, not a north-south. It gives her the heebie-jeebies for some reason, so the bed has to be east-west. My dislikes are the sofas facing this way and the TV over here. Makes no sense. So if I can, I'd like to get sofa across from the TV. Or at least if it's in a side location, I'd rather it be up front and hidden in a pull down, like a big Class A, with a sofa or chair arrangement where we can see it easily. That's my main big deal. I wanted a big Class A just because there's more room, but in order to afford a big Class A, it's going to have to be 15, 20 years old. And those are generally, you know, 40, 45 feet. Those a lot of times won't fit into a state park type arrangement, and that's the kind of camping I foresee us liking the most, rather than wedged in there in a campground, in a private campground that, you know, it's just overnight parking type of deal, essentially. What we would like would be to go to a state park or a state park type of place that has some land in between, a lot of trees, you know, moss hanging off the trees, shady, stuff like that, you know, and where we can have a fire ring and a campfire and stuff like that, and glamp, if you will. I don't want to spend, you know, $50, $60, $80 a night on a premium, what do they call it?
Okay, see, this where we're basically going with this is that when we had kids, when they were younger and everything and stuff, twice a year we'd go camping. Well, our type of camping was primitive.
Yeah.
I mean,
lean against a tree to take a shit.
Yeah, and so that's basically the places that we're looking at. We're not looking at the most expensive places and stuff like that. We're looking at places that has beautiful views and just beautiful sights. But we don't want to pay, you know, like he said, $68 a night to where you go somewhere and pay less than that and still get the same view. Just the quietness.
You know, we can boondock. You know,
oh, we're gonna love boondocking.
We're gonna love boondocking, but the longer the RV is, the harder it is to boondock in a lot of the vistas that you describe. You know, the ones that you see all the time on TV. You notice those are all, you know, small Class C's or large Class C's. Every once in a while, you can get some that have big old Class A's, big old tag axle Class A's driving through them. You say, well, see, they're doing it. Well, that's very few of those that you can do it. State parks will generally, they list it as nothing over 35 feet, but, you know, I've seen a lot of, you know, 37, 40-foot Class A's, tandem Class A's and stuff like that in the state parks.
I don't think we necessarily get one that big.
Yeah. I would like the RV to be very homey and comfortable. You know, here in our kitchen, you can see we've got real dark cabinets. Why we chose those, I don't know, because Julie won't have that in the RV. She doesn't want the dark cabinets in the RV, and
because the RV is a little bit smaller than what your normal open kitchen is.
Yeah.
So that's why, you know, if you have dark in an RV, it's going to make the RV look a little bit smaller than if you had light. Then it makes it a little bit bigger.
Yeah, and I don't want the finish on the cabinets finished a light honey-colored stained oak where it looks like it's plywood.
Exactly.
To me, some of those look like they're plywood cabinets because
and we've been there and done that.
They're a yellowish brown looking yuck color, and that's one thing I don't like. I don't mind an off-white or even a stark white, just so there's enough darker grays type of deal to offset the stark white. Gas versus diesel, I really don't know. Depending on, again, how much money we've got. Like I said, the diesel, we'll have to buy an older rig to be able to get a diesel, unless we get a Super C. And the Super Cs that I like are, I believe, going to be, it's still, even the used ones are going to be out of our price range. So we might have to go with a real nice C if we feel they're big enough, or a real nice gasser that is a lot newer. The newer ones have a lot better amenities, I believe. You know, the TV, like I said, facing, and they're lighter colors. A lot of them are coming in whites and light grays and stuff like that. Maintenance will be a little bit better on the gas ones. Most of them will have a Ford engine. The brand new ones will have the Ford diesel V8, or the Ford
Cummings.
No, the Ford V8 versus the V10. Super Cs are now coming with, you know, they all come with either Cummins or something else. I can't remember. Might have to cut.
Can't cuss.
Yeah, you can cuss. You just won't.
You can't cuss.
Yeah, you just the monetizing later. We won't. We're not monetized. Well, you know, you can't cuss when you're trying to make money on YouTube.
Well, that's what I mean.
You have to have 1,000 subscribers.
Well, eventually we'll get 1,000 subscribers. We are loving people.
We've got one subscriber.
We're from South Texas, by the way.
We got one subscriber, and it's me.
Well, I mean, you know, you're new. We're newbies, so, but newbies you could get up there real quick.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll put the word out there, and those people will put the word out, and so.
Also, in our preparations for doing all this, we're going to have to sell both cars. Once we buy the RV, we're going to sell one, use the other until we buy the RV. Then we're going to sell it and buy something that we can tow, because the cars that we have right now we can't use as a towed. So we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to think of that expense along with, you know, the cost of the RV and all of the insurance and stuff like that. So that's where we're at. You got anything else to add?
No, but we'll be happy to see you on the road.
Yep. Maybe. I hope.
We will.